Welcome back everybody. So from this class we are just starting to learn the CSS. So what is the CSS basically? CSS is pretty easy and pretty simple to understand. The basics of the CSS, you know that the cascade style sheet as we just talked about in a previous class, by the way. So what I'm just doing here, I'm just going in the same file, the index, and I'm just opening the index file here in the notepad, and I'm just closing that one, the new one. By the way, as you know that the CSS means cascade style sheet, so how to apply the cascade style sheets to any element. So right now I'm just removing all these things. I'm just simply typing that P, this is the simple paragraph. Pretty awesome. Go to the browser and refresh. This is a simple paragraph. Okay, now for example, I just want to add the color. I just want to change the color from black to any color to this text. So going there inside the P. Okay, now there are multiple kind of cascade style sheets, the CSS. The first one is called the inline CSS, the second one is called the internal, and the third one is called the external CSS. Okay, sometimes we need to use the internal CSS, sometimes we need to use the external CSS, and sometimes the style.css. Basically, if we are just creating a huge project which can have many pages, we have to use the external CSS, okay, for that purpose. And in for example, we just have a few pages, and for example, I just want to apply a single class with a single page, so we can use the internal CSS. And if we just want to apply the CSS on a single line, so we can use the inline CSS. Right now I'm just teaching you how to apply the CSS in line. Okay, the way is to call an attribute named style. Okay, this style attribute, this is basically the inline CSS too, which we just use in the attribute way. So now we have to put two things inside this attribute. Okay, generally we just create the attribute and we just put the value of the attribute, but in the CSS we just don't need to put the value directly. We have to put the property and the value of the property. Okay, this is a style attribute, the inline CSS. Now we have to put a property of the inline CSS. I'm just putting, well, not the inline CSS only, the properties can be used in the inline, internal, and the external, all of them. Well, color, the property is the color. Basically I just want to apply the color. So which color you want to apply? So for mentioning the property and the value, just put the colon. Okay, not the semicolon, just remember that, put the colon. Now put the value of this property. I'm just putting the red. That's cool. Now because single property has been completed, I just teach you what to do next. Just go to the browser and refresh. The color is red now. Okay, pretty awesome. Something more I just want to apply. For example, I just want to apply the background color too. This is a simple text color, but for the background color, exactly, we have to add multiple properties. This is a single property, but for adding the multiple properties, we have to add the semicolon after the value of the property to divide two properties and their values. Now, the second property, I'm just adding in a space and putting the background and using the hyphen, okay, background color. And just remember that we just cannot use the space in any word, between any word, as I just put it the hyphen instead of the space. So then the value, this is a property and we just need to put the value, and for the value we have to put the colon. And now just put the value. I'm just typing the orange. Okay, now exactly the property and the value has been completed, so put the semicolon and save and go back to the browser and refresh. Now you can see that it's looking pretty awesome. And as you remember that, as I said that the block level element covers the whole line. As you can see that the whole line has been covered.